Welcome to our 14th lecture on electrodynamics. Electrodynamics number 14. Today's topic is potential of localized charge distributions. Potential of localized charge distributions. Today's topic electrodynamics number 14 for BSc and other students like net students, set students. The first one is potential of localized charge distribution. Number one, case number one, the potential at a point due to a point charge. Potential at a point due to a point charge. The equation is derivation of E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. At the point O, a charge q is placed. P is a point at a distance r from it. We have to find the potential at P. ആദ്യമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത് ഒരു പോയിന്റ് ചാർജിൻ്റെ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യലാണ് ആർ അകലെയുള്ള പോയിന്റിൽ. അതിൻ്റെ ഇക്വേഷനാണ് ഇ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. You remember, if it is, here the potential we have to put as V. You correct E as V. If you write E, the equation is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. Here potential, the symbol is V. You carefully correct it. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. That is the potential due to a point charge. You know, by definition, V is equal to minus line integral E dot dl. That is V is equal to minus integral E dot dl is E dot dr. In the place of E, we can write the field due to a point charge. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. That is put to there. So V is equal to minus infinity to r. By definition, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square dr. The constant minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is taken before the integral sign. B is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 integral from infinity to r q by r square dr. The integral of q by r square is minus 1 by r. The limit is from infinity to r. Minus is taken outside. That is V is equal to minus into minus plus q by 4 pi epsilon 0. The limit is put 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. You know, 1 by infinity is 0. So, put to 0 there, we get V is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon 0 1 by r. Or in order, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. The potential due to a point charge is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r. Compare with the field. Now we see an important essay question, that is potential due to a charged conducting sphere. ഒരു കണ്ടക്റ്റിംഗ് സ്ഫിയർ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ എന്താണ്? അപ്പോൾ അത് നമ്മൾ ആ സ്ഫിയറിലൂടെ വരച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇവിടെ ആ സ്ഫിയർ O is center, A is the radius, and P is a point. P is not marked here, P is outside. At a distance r from O, we divide the sphere into a number of circular rings, small elements, by cutting it perpendicular to the line OP. Because it is a spherical conducting sphere, like a spherical shell, all the charges will reside on the surface. Inside there is no charge. So we cut this into number of spherical shells. Charges are residing on the surface. Here ABCD is one such shell. One such shell. AND is a plane. BC is another plane. AB is a small section and it is subtensor angle d theta at center O. Angle AON we mark as theta. You look at the figure. A sphere is shown. A large conducting sphere carrying charge is shown. P is a point outside. We have to find potential at B. ഒരു സ്ഫിയറിൻ്റെ സെൻറ്ററിൽ നിന്ന് ആറ് കയ്യിലുള്ള പോയിന്റാണ് പി. പിയിലുള്ള ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ കാരണം ഇക്വേഷൻ നമ്മൾ പോയിന്റ് ചാർജിൻ്റെ ഇക്വേഷൻ തന്നെയാണ്. ബി ഇസ് 1/4πε0 എന്നുള്ള ഇക്വേഷൻ തന്നെ കിട്ടും. എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് നോക്കാം. കാൽക്കുലേഷൻ അല്പം ലെങ്തിയാണ്. The calculation is a little lengthy. The figure is repeated, so need not draw figure always. Once is enough. Consider a charged spherical conductor, solid or hollow, with a center and radius a in free space. Let Q plus Q be the charge given to the sphere, so that sigma be the surface charge density. Then Q is 4pi a square sigma. O sigma is Q by 4pi a square. Charge by area is sigma. So it is a blended. No explanations needed. That you can easily follow. Now we pass on to the next slide. P. So P you have to mark. P be a point at a distance smaller from the center. The potentiality P is to be determined. Now consider a section of the sphere between planes BC and AD perpendicular to OP. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ആ സ്ഫിയറിനെ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ കട്ട് ചെയ്യണം, സെക്ഷൻ എടുക്കണം. രണ്ട് പ്ലെയിൻ വിചാരിച്ച സെക്ഷൻ എടുക്കണം. രണ്ട് പ്ലെയിൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പടത്തിൽ കാണുന്ന എ ഡിയും ബി സിയും. ഈ ലുക്ക് അറ്റ് ദ ഫിഗർ എ ഡി ആൻഡ് ബി സി യു സി. Now therefore charge on it Q is equal to area into sigma. Sigma is the surface charge density. Area of the ring is, you look here, area of the ring. If we cut and stretch, we get a rectangular loop. Length is 2 pi into a. A is the radius and thickness is AB. So area is it's a circular one. Circle in front of a circle. That is 2 pi r into thickness. That is here r is an. So 2 pi an into AB. That is area. That is written here. 2 pi an into AB. 2 pi an into AB is the area of the circular strip. 2 pi r into thickness. Into sigma. That will give Q. Charge on the strip. Charge on the strip we consider as a point charge. Treating this as a point charge, the potential at P is given by dV is 1/4πε0 Q by R. We use the potential equation for point charge, and that we put here as dV, the small potential due to the circular element. We put the value of Q calculated. That is dV is equal to 1/4πε0 2 pi an AB sigma by x. X is the distance. You look at the figure. From the element AB, the distance to the point is x, not r. R is a distance from center of sphere. X is distance from the element AB to the point P. That is why here in the equation we put x. X is the distance here. The distance to P from the element AB. That is equation number 1, dV. And in order to find V, we have to integrate this term, equation number 1. Before integrating, we have to replace AN and AB suitably. അപ്പോൾ ഇതങ്ങോട്ട് ഇൻ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ ചാർജ് സ്ഫിയറിൻ്റെ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ കിട്ടും പിയിലുള്ളത്. പക്ഷെ അത് കാരണമെങ്കിൽ ഇത് നേരിട്ട് ഇൻ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പ്രയാസമുണ്ട്. എയും എ ബി ഒന്ന് റീപ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യണം, എന്നാൽ ഇൻ്റഗ്രേഷൻ സാധ്യമാവണം. അതെങ്ങനെ മാറ്റാൻ നോക്കുക. ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ബി റീപ്ലേസ് എ എൻ ആൻഡ് എ ബി? യൂസ് the triangle OAN. Again, the figure is repeated. You need only draw once. In the figure, we take the triangle OAB. You see OAB, a very small triangle. Angle d theta is arc by radius. That is, d theta is AB by small a. That is written here, AB by small a. Arc by radius angle. Angle OAB is a very small triangle. OAB is a very small triangle. D theta is arc by radius. That is written as d theta is equal to AB by A. A is the radius of the sphere. Now, again, one more step we have to say, that is from triangle OAN, you see, it's a comparatively larger triangle inside this sphere. OAN, sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. That is AN by hypotenuse radius. A, that is AN is sin theta. So from the two triangles, we get AB and AN. AN is A sin theta, AB is A d theta. This type of calculation we see elsewhere. നമ്മൾ പല സ്ഥലത്തും കാണുന്ന, വേറെ സ്ഥലത്തൊക്കെ കാണുന്ന ഒരു കാൽക്കുലേഷനാണിത്. ഒ എ ബി ട്രയാങ്കിൾ എടുത്ത് ഡി തീറ്റ കാരണം, എ ബി എൻ ട്രയാങ്കിൾ എടുത്തിട്ട് സൈൻ തീറ്റ കാരണം, അങ്ങനെ എനും എ ബിയും കിട്ടും. And A and AB are put in the equation number 1. Dv is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 2 pi A into AB. A sin theta, A d theta, sigma by x. Equation number 2. And here, we have to integrate this. But what difficulty is, there is theta and x, two variables. When we integrate, we need only one variable. Either we replace x or we replace theta. Remove one variable. So, in the triangle OAP, we write the cosine rule. That is, x square is a square plus r square minus 2ar cos theta. You know cosine rule in a triangle. C square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. That equation we apply for the triangle. We apply for the triangle OAB. We apply for the triangle. Here, which is triangle? OAP, I think. You look at the equation. The triangle, it is OAP triangle. For triangle OAP, we have marked OAP triangle. There is theta is the angle. Therefore, we write x square is equal to a square plus r square minus 2ar cos theta. That's the relation. That is put here. X square is equal to a square plus r square minus 2ar cos theta. You refer the cosine formula in trigonometry. It is also given in tables. You can see in tables. And this we differentiate. Here A and R are constants. A and R are constants, but x and theta are variables. We have to eliminate one variable. That is our purpose. Differentiating x square 2x dx is equal to 0 plus 0. A and R are constants. Then the next term, the constant 2ar is repeated. On integrating cos theta, we get a minus sin theta d theta. From this, we get d theta is equal to 2x dx by 2ar sin theta. 2 cancels. Or that value is put here. On putting in the equation number 2, we get a dv is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0. 2a sigma sin theta cancels, by x also cancels, and there comes by r into dx. Dx is the variable. Now we look at the equation. Here there is only dx, only one variable, and r are constants. Now it is an equation suitable for integration. One variable theta we have eliminated. Here only there is x variable. This we can integrate. So in order to evaluate the total potential, we have to integrate. Therefore, there is put as dv, you correct it as v. A total potential v, that is integral dv. dv, you correct as v, is equal to limit we assume. For the time being, we assume two limits. x1 to x2 for 1/4 pi epsilon 0 2 pi a sigma by r dx. The constants are taken in front of integral sign. dv is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 2 pi a sigma by r integral x1 to x2 dx. Equation number 4. This will be continued. There are two cases. When the point P is outside and when the point P is inside. Case 1, point P is outside. Outside point P is marked here. The limit we take x1 and x2. x1 is from right side to P. x2 is from left side to P. R is the distance from center to P. A is the radius. So limits are marked. When P is outside, what will happen? You look. When P is outside, x1 is equal to r minus a. You look at the figure. x1 is equal to, one is a little below. x1 is equal to r. Total is r. Radius is a, r minus a. Similarly, x2 is equal to r plus a. You look at the figure and think. It is very easy. X is the right side distance. That is r minus a. x2 the total distance to the left from P, which is r plus a. The limits are put here. dv is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi a sigma by r, integral r minus a to r plus a dx. That is dv is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi a sigma by r. Integral dx is x, you know, and limits are put on the right side of the square bracket, r minus a to r plus a. Apply first limit with a minus n, then apply second limit. So inside the bracket we get r plus a minus r plus a minus of minus r plus a, and r cancels. We get a 2a inside. So here 2a is put. dv is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi a sigma by r, 2a. 2 into 2, 4. That is dv is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 4 pi a square sigma by r. And you know what is 4 pi a square sigma? That is the total charge on the conducting sphere, Q. So 4 pi a square sigma we put as Q. Initially, at the starting slide, we have written Q as 4 pi a square sigma. So it is put here. V, not dv. Here dv is repeated. Du cancel. Carefully cancel. dv. It is not a dv, it is v. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r. ഈ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് വളർത്തിയപ്പോൾ ഈ ഡി വി എന്ന് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഈ അവസാനത്തെ സ്റ്റെപ്പുകളിലെ അത് വി ആയിട്ട് ഇടണം. ടോട്ടൽ പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ നമ്മൾ ഇൻ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആ ടോട്ടലാണ് വി ആണ്. ഇക്വേഷൻ നമ്പർ 5. ആൻഡ് ദിസ് ഈസ് ദി പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ അറ്റ് എ പോയിന്റ് ഔട്ട്സൈഡ് എ ചാർജ്ഡ് സ്പെറിക്കൽ കണ്ടക്ടർ. Now we consider potential inside. Case 2. The point P. Point P is little moved inward. You mark point P properly to the end point of the line, R line, R distance. X1 is the distance from right end to P. X2 is the distance from left end to P. So what is X1? X1 is, here A is large. X1 is, distance is R A minus R. Total radius minus r, that is x1. x2 is a plus r. You look at the figure and think. x1 is a minus r. x2 is x2 a plus r. So that limit, the limits are put here. That is dv is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. That is v on integration. On integration, you integrate. You put as v 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi a sigma by r. Integrated value is x, x1 to x2. x1 is a minus r, x2 is a plus r. So x2 minus x1, a plus r minus a minus r. That is in square bracket. The square bracket right part is missed here. You put a square bracket is the right part. So this step I shall read dv is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi a sigma by r, a plus r minus of a minus r in square bracket. Now remove the bracket. When we remove bracket, A cancels. We get 2R. Therefore, dV is equal, not dV, V. You remember V. Cancel D throughout. V is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 pi A sigma by R, 2R. V is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 2 into 4 pi A sigma. R cancels from numerator and denominator. Now there is a step. We multiply the numerator and denominator of this expression with A, radius of sphere. That is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 4 pi A square sigma by A. What is 4 pi A square sigma? That is Q. We have seen. So put 4 pi A square sigma is Q. V is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by A. It's a constant value. That is, at a point inside the sphere, anywhere inside the sphere, the potential is a constant which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by A. But if you take a field, field inside is 0. But potential is not 0. Potential has a constant value inside the sphere, and that constant value V is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by A independent of R. And this field we can represent graphically, field, not a field potential. This potential we can represent graphically. You see the graph. Here R is taken the x-axis, potential is taken the y-axis. The dimension of the sphere is indicated. There is inside the graph. Inside the sphere, inside the region of the sphere, there is graph potential. Outside, it decreases exponentially in the manner 1 by R. So 1 by R decrease can be seen outside. Inside, potential is constant. And this graph we can compare with the graph obtained for a field. This is a comparison. When we compare the field for graph for a field by spherical conductor, inside there is no field, dotted line. Outside there is a curve decreasing, and it decreases in 1 by R square manner. So potential decreases in a 1 by R manner, and the field decreases in a 1 by R square manner. That's the difference. So the two graphs you can compare and study. In one examination, the two graphs were questions. So you remember, when we draw the graph for a field inside the region of the sphere, there is no field, outside there is. But potential inside is a constant value. And here is the question, essay type question, which is very important, and it is given in your prescribed book, David Griffith. This question is given: find the potential inside and outside a uniformly charged solid sphere of radius small a and total charge Q. Use infinity as your reference point and sketch VR. VR means V as a function of R. VR means V. V is a function of R. E is also a function of R. That is, we have to draw a graph by connecting V and R. Similarly, E and R. That's the meaning. This is a question from your prescribed textbook, David Griffith. Use infinity as reference point. So when we define potential, we always calculate it from infinity to the point. That's the meaning. And there was a short answer question, very simple short answer question, examination question in the manner: inside a charged hollow spherical conductor, the potential is constantly supplied. It is very easy. Inside the charged sphere, potential V is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by A. All times in the expression is a constant. Q is the charge, which is the supplied charge constant. A is the radius of sphere is a constant. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, 9 into 10 raised to 9, which is also a constant. All values in the expression are constants. So potential by a spherically charged conductor is a constant. And that is all with our 14th lecture on electrodynamics, potential due to point charge and potential due to charged spherical shell or spherical conductor. In the next class, we come with another topic. That is all. Thank you very much.